Welcome to Project The Green Blockchain, NFTs and the Future of Sustainability. At the moment, it is more profitable to cut down a tree and sell the wood than to preserve the tree. Socially speaking, it is the other way around. But why? Climate change is one of the major challenges of our time. Therefore, preserving nature has a higher long-term value than short-term profits for our society. One big question is there a way of correcting this imbalance? The answer is yes. More and more companies are aiming for net zero, which means compensating for product emissions becomes part of their business practices. In other words, companies are now willing to pay to preserve nature. This is a unique chance to finally correct the imbalance. A way of doing this is planting trees, since one tree absorbs around 21 kilograms of carbon dioxide per year. There are already nonprofits like Trees of Life who receive donations from these companies and plant trees on their behalf. Now that preserving nature becomes a fundamental part of business practices, we also need to talk about accountability. The nonprofit plants the trees and adds them to their nationally determined contribution under the Paris Agreement. But the company that paid for the tree to be planted also claims those same trees under their own climate action plans. We then have a double counting issue, where two parties claim the same carbon removal or emission reduction. The yearly statistics that state how much carbon dioxide emissions have been balanced out due to tree planting are then biased, because the actual number of trees planted is different from the documented number of trees. What if there was a way to apply modern technology to solve this issue and therefore add a great, positive, real social value to our society?
Hi, I'm David, founder of the Organization for Sustainable Consumption and co-founder of ecolytiq. For me personally, I've never seen a better use case for blockchain technology than the voluntary carbon market, but let me try to explain why. We already have standards, like the UN Gold Standard, that try to verify voluntary carbon projects and set out common rules on how we calculate and measure carbon. However, every project builder has usually built their own market or has at least partners doing fundraising for them. What we're missing is a unique system that tracks each verified ton of CO2, and that's very important, makes it tradable and traceable at the same time. The demand for more carbon certificates from companies and individuals will increase dramatically. Using blockchain technology to issue carbon tokens will allow us to track, trace, and trade those token certificates, or NFTs, in a safe and accountable manner. At the same time, the ability to hold carbon tokens gives companies and consumers more control. I can buy and sell them at any time, and if not used, and it becomes actually a tradable asset, that might even increase in value over time, so I might have even doing a good investment.
It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you very much for the opportunity. So going back to what David was saying, David is right. Compensating for prior emission whilst avoiding the double counting issue is now possible thanks to blockchain technology. Since more and more companies are currently aiming for net zero, we need a solution that is scalable, decentralized, but also secure. Currently, the nature of blockchains required to make trade-offs that prevent them to achieve these three aspects. However, through the use of smart contracts, we can calculate, track, and report on the reduction of the carbon footprint across the entire value chain, and also achieve great results. Many use cases are currently being researched as we speak, and it's just a matter of time before we see vast adoption of carbon tokens amongst companies worldwide. Now, to facilitate the change and incentivize the tracking, tracing, and trading of these tokens, we need to create an ecosystem that includes all stakeholders, tokenization mechanism with clear minting and burning protocols, transparent distribution tokens, and automated market makers for trading these carbon tokens. Now, there's still a lot of work to be done, but innovation is moving at an incredibly fast pace. And today we have this amazing opportunity to make an enormously positive impact never seen before. It's our responsibility to assess the best technological solutions out there and create the most innovative product to tackle the current crisis.
Hi, this is Pierre Chansavoir. I'm risk management expert for Blockchain for Good France. Carbon monitoring and valuation is key to support the evolution of today's industry. As money is starting to flow worldwide, technology must secure and improve efficiency of this investment into the regeneration of our natural assets. Blockchain could be the vault of a new economic paradigm, but with pressing climate change evolution, the choice of the technology will be key to avoid problem displacement in the given deadlines. With the right tech mix, I'm convinced blockchain has a great role to play in the rise of a sustainable development by design, with integrated, reliable, decision-oriented and data-driven monitoring frameworks of, for example, carbon footprint. Tokenization opened a new era for governing the commons, such as air, water, biodiversity. It could become the arch of a global and inclusive market where good practices would be rightfully rewarded, creating incentives for individuals and corporations. However, this can only be a transition momentum toward a more integrated ecological economy. With NFT backed by natural assets, we might have the opportunity to reinvent the collective value of our economic system, moving from a financially based monetary system to a multi-layered ecological and social contribution-based transaction system. A system where your money, your NFT, your richness will grow as human activities keep a positive or neutral impact in our fragile planet's equilibrium. This is what we must work for together. Thank you.
A big thank you to these three experts. To answer the question posed in the introduction, this green blockchain technology could solve the issue of double counting, and projects like these can add a great positive value to our society. Now, what did all these three speeches have in common? Everyone emphasized the need for precise carbon monitoring. Tracking CO2 tons and generating transparent distributions of carbon NFTs backed up by smart contracts could be a way to transform the ecological economy into a multi-layered contribution-based transaction system. Now that we know that solving the issue of double counting is possible, we need to take action. We learned that we have the technology. Now we need to adopt and scale it. Thank you for your attention.